All right, Look Cypher, inside look, take one.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your Look Cypher podcast series. Thank you so much for coming back. Today we are featuring DoeTheUnknown.
Yes.
What's going on, friend? How you doing? Yeah, good to see you. DoeTheUnknown, I feel like it's a little bit short. You're well known in Sacramento. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you see the brand, there's an X through the U.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Last time that I saw you, you helped us out with our audition series,
Right.
Which is why I'm saying the unknown is selling yourself a little bit short. They not only got to come on the podcast, but they got to come on a podcast with you.
Yep.
It was like double whammy, double win.
Right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
So initially, I do a podcast called Top Shelf Radio, and my brother Henny Holyfield and I, just being on social media, I kept seeing this Look Cypher podcast, Look Cypher, and every time I seen it, it was super clean and super dope. So I was like, I want to reach out to them and see what kind of collaboration we can do between our brands.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Sav and I was like, hey man, I really like what y'all doing. Maybe we can use our platform to give you a boost. You know what I'm saying? And we do some cross promotion or whatever. And so we ended up having Sav and Anton on the show.
Yeah.
And then that's where we picked the beats for the cypher. We set it all up and then basically put together a contest where our artists get to audition to be in the cypher with me and be in the cypher with Andy.
Yeah.
And he just shot the cypher with me.
Yeah, and you said that you actually got to pick the beat, Ronix.
Yeah.
He is the one. Yeah, Ro. We got it. So you got to pick the beat for that one. That's super exciting. I don't think that everybody got the opportunity to do that.
Right, and I've done a lot of cyphers and you never really get to pick the beat. So I was like super blessed because of it. And the reason why I picked that beat is because it's a perfect cypher beat.
Yeah.
The beat has so much room that you can rap fast to it, you can rap slow to it, you can harmonize with it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So depending on the artist, I figured like anybody could have been able to get off on it.
And one thing about you, man, I love seeing you perform. You just bring the energy every single time, baby.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, you know what I mean? And I firmly believe that you can listen to my music 1,000 times, but if I get to perform in front of you, I'll make you a fan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, not saying that I wouldn't eventually have known you, but I had no idea who you were before I, involved myself in this podcast series and with Look Cypher and everything like that, which I think it's awesome, the sense of community and stuff that we have here. The fact that you even reached out to Look Cypher, we're the ones that are usually reaching out to everybody else for support and help. So the fact that you saw something in us, that's awesome.
I mean, big shout out to Sacramento. Because I'm originally from Fairfield, California, and I moved to Sacramento and immediately got love out here, and so and since I've been out here, I've been completely embraced by the music scene in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just part of the thing. It's like everybody's working with each other. Like, but from Sav is how I met the guys from CSSB. We interviewed them. We had them on the podcast too. I got a relationship with them now. That's all from networking through the comments, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and honestly, the more events and stuff that you go out to, the more people you're going to connect with, and the more people you're going to get to know, and have in your corner, basically. Like, one thing that I love to stress is community will get you there.
Yeah.
And you can never be afraid to talk to anybody about anything, because people are nicer than you think.
Right.
You just gotta say something.
Right. I know some people would be in the back, like worried about like talking to people, but I mean, I was like that. Like I think we had a conversation earlier about being shy at first.
Oh yeah.
But it's like more opportunity comes from just talking. Like you never know. You could be sitting at a restaurant and talk to somebody, and that might be the person that invests in your company later on down the road or something. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. You honestly, you lose out on the opportunities with just. Hey, my mom always said closed mouths never get fed.
Right. Facts. Big facts.
Look, and that was in my pocket.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You miss if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I know you have some exciting things coming up. You got a double project coming out. So I want to hear a little bit about that. We got the devil on one shoulder. We got,
kind of in a sense. A couple years back, I put an album out as an R&B project.
Yeah.
And the mantra, like the idea was different personality, and it was Humphrey Dover. It's like the smooth side of me. I've always been into singing. I've always had harmonies in my bars, but I never went full on like trying to sing a whole song. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first take at it, and it did really well. And it opened up a lot more opportunities for me than being a rapper did. You know what I'm saying? And so this next project is, I did that, and then a lot of people were like, I lost friends over it, over me doing R&B. I got fights with people because I wanted to do something different. Like lifetime friends, we ain't friends no more. It's beef. Like because of I wanted to do R&B, but so I stayed with it.
Yeah, why not give you support though?
Right.
So, I mean, I guess that shows a little bit
That,
something about
that
them.
ain't
Yeah.
your friends, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I learned a lot in that last, like 7 to 8 years of my life. I've learned a lot about really who's on your side. But my first track, I dropped a single off it. The first track on that album is called Back Home. And it's basically like, okay, it's me, I'm back home to this rapid shit, right? So it's fast. I've already released about 4 singles from the project. The 2 projects are Killer, it's Kill Theater, and Counter Melody. Kill Theater is DoeTheUnknown rapidy rap shit, and Counter Melody is more pop R&B type sound. So it's like, the concept is double feature, like pulling into a drive-in and seeing 2 movies. You know? So the goal is, at the end of I'm gonna have my record release party is gonna be at a drive-in.
Am I invited?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
okay.
Come on.
I just wanted to make sure. You haven't been to a drive-in in a long time.
Man.
You know, I just wanted to make sure I could come get a little barbecue or something.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But so other than that, we have this project, right, with Beard Picker, which is another one of our features. I was so excited for him at our audition session. He was just so dope. And I had a small conversation with him, just talking about shooting your shot and things like that, just to run it back for just like 2 seconds. He came out and really shot a shot with the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
I think he surprised a lot of people.
He did. He surprised me. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys have something coming out here pretty soon. Country, rap kind of
rap
thing.
and country.
Yeah.
So another person I met through the comments. Literally, he was commenting on my shit, and I have a country song I wrote that's kind of like a gag country song, and I needed it to sound like a real country song. So I reached out to a country singer who's here. He plays the guitar, he does all that. From that moment that we met, we just built a relationship, and now we jam like every Thursday night. Me, myself, my brother Kinda Odd, we're putting together basically a band called Rap and Country, where we do, it's a chance for me to do R&B songs that they get to do, but we also do country songs, and we take 90s and 2000 hip-hop songs and flip them to an acoustic guitar. So we did we've done Gin and Juice, we've done Elevators by Outkast. So it's like people are really starting to gravitate toward this. So we're going to do a live album first, and then we're going to put out our full disc.
Yeah, well, you're just a jack of all trades, aren't you?
I try to do it all.
Rap, R&B, hip-hop,
I produce the podcast. I record and edit everything we do.
Do you sleep?
Yeah, and I got kids. And I got kids, man.
You sleep?
And I got a 9 to 5. So it's like, if y'all saying y'all can't get shit done, then come on.
Come on, dude. This guy never rests.
Yeah.
You need to be doing more.
Just trying to stay busy, trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, because honestly, like you were saying earlier, you got to get out there in your community and do it however you want to, especially if this is like a passion of yours. It could just be a hobby.
Right.
Regardless, even if it is a hobby, get yourself out there.
Right.
Get your butt up.
If you're gonna do something, do it all the way.
Yeah, go to these free. I mean, even myself, I do some free community events and stuff too. Like, come on out, come to that open mic, show yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna make you more comfortable as an artist and grow.
You never know who you're gonna meet.
You never know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
Absolutely. But what do you mean? Tell me about yourself. I literally know nothing about you because it's my first. I know nothing about you.
I'm like I said, I'm from Fairfield, California. I've been doing music. I think I put my first album out in like 2005.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been doing music consistently ever since then. A couple years back, I did a full nationwide tour with we booked our own tour called the West Coast Love Tour. We went on the road, did that. So I'm would consider myself a touring artist. Like I'm a performance artist.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you can listen to my music a million times, but if I'm in front of you and I get to perform to you, I can make you a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part about the music is performing. So, you know, that and just I'm a father. You know, and I got a 9 to 5 on top of all this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so
What even piqued your interest in doing all this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, ever since I was a little kid, like I would like. My pops would make me stand up and sing at the family parties, and you know what I'm saying? I'm singing like all the Spanish songs and La Bamba and all this shit, you know what I mean? Because I'm Puerto Rican, so my father would always have me doing all that stuff.
You luckily ain't got enough room to show me some moves right now.
So then it just, you know, it evolved into like, you know, I was a class clown when I was in school, you know, so I liked the attention, I guess, you know, but I've always had something about hip hop that has always drawn to me. Like nobody in my family does music. My brothers don't do music. They're not into it. It was like my own thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was something that I created myself. And I've always been Doe. I used to be DoeTheUnknown rapper. It was hella long.
Yeah.
And then we cut it down to DoeTheUnknown. But I mean, I've had the name since I started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think I could change it. There's people's grandparents that know me as Doe.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't know my name's Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you stuck with that.
Like, I'll go to their house and be like, hey, Mom, this is Chris. Like, no, that's Doe.
That's dope. Like,
You know what I'm
who are you
saying?
talking about right now? Hey, can Chris come over? Who is that?
yeah, who's Chris? Oh, you mean Doe? Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's you. Well, you can't change it now. You're stuck with it.
Stuck
And
with it.
it's
I love
stuck
it though.
with
I love it though.
So, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I think it's a wonderful thing that you are just in so many different outlets with music and stuff like that, whether it's going to be a podcast or, helping us out with the Look Cypher series, getting up there doing the Cypher series yourself. That's just completely awesome. Like you've actually involved yourself in every single aspect of this stuff, other than get behind the camera.
Right.
And so.
I mean, I think for someone that's been doing it as long as I have, if you don't love it, there's no way you can do it this long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It isn't about if it was about getting rich, I would have quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich in any means. But to me, I feel like I made it at that point. You know what I'm saying? I just bought my kids presents with my royalties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll actually probably wrap it up right there, guys. Again, this is DoeTheUnknown. You can find him everywhere by the same name. Like he said, he has not changed it in years, everybody, in years. So YouTube,
anywhere you search music,
and then
DOE, the unknown, and make sure you spell unknown right, because DoeTheUnknown has done way more shows than DoeTheUnknown, because people always put DoeTheUnknown instead. They always forget that second N. So
make sure y'all got it right.
As long as you spell it right, we good. You know?
Yeah. Make sure you guys check him out on all of those platforms, and then also look forward to his Cypher series coming up soon. Thanks, guys.
Right on.
How was that?